Good morning, Arcadia Bay. Nathan doesn't want to hurt anyone. What a bullshit theory, I hear you saying. If Nathan didn't want to hurt anyone, why did he shoot Chloe? Why would he drug Chloe in the first place? Why did he drug Kate? Why trick Kate into trusting him if he was only going to betray that trust? Why freak out on Max and beat the shit out of Warren? Why is his jacket in the dark room? Why is he posing for those photos with Rachel? The list of questions you could ask goes on and on and on. Now, if you're one of the few people who said all of those things and is still watching, I got mad props for you. I respect your right to be upset if it seems like I'm defending him, and I will answer all of your questions. Let's start off with, why did he shoot Chloe? Here's an interesting theory that I've mentioned before. He didn't mean to. Allow me to explain. Involuntary muscle spasms, especially in the hands, are a common side effect of risperidone. So it's possible that he pulled the gun on Chloe only to threaten her, and never intended to pull the trigger. But what he lacks in forethought, just threatening someone with a loaded gun, you know. But hey, that's none of my business. He makes up for in remorse. Check out this unused dialogue from episode 1, just after Nathan shoots Chloe for the first time.
No, please, God, no! I didn't mean to! You just kept pushing me! Everybody is always pushing me! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My life is hell. And I'm so busted.
Everybody's always pushing me. What could he mean by that? Well, with that, I'd like to address your second series of questions, and indeed why Nathan felt pressured in the first place to bring a loaded gun to this confrontation. In episode 4, we find a nice assortment of notes from Nathan's father, as well as a few we can assume are from Mr. Jefferson after we find out he's the man behind the red binders. They read like a how to mistreat your charge for dummies manual with direct quotes such as, "Don't fuck this up, son," and "I'll guide you into this room step by step, as did my father." But what does this all mean? Well, here's my theory. Nathan's father, Sean, used to work with Mark Jefferson getting the girls for the darkroom shoots before either of them were famous. Rachel and Kate's abductions were about 6 months apart, and there are easily 20 red binders with different girls in one cabinet alone. So, the timeline makes sense. When the Prescott Foundation took off in Arcadia Bay, and Jefferson got launched into the public eye, it would have made sense for both of them to dial back their kidnappings until an alternate option showed up. Sean Prescott even sends Max a text saying, "This is not the first accusation against our family. I hope it will be the last." If he's the one kidnapping the girls, he's probably acting under threat of his father either expelling him from his family, but that doesn't answer why he drugged Chloe. She never made it to the dark room because A, she's still alive, B, her photos don't show up there, C, we know Nathan only got her to his dorm because of the broken lamp, and D, no one planned for her to be there because there wasn't an empty red binder with her name on it. Well, here are 3 theories I'd like to potentially explore. First of all, Nathan might have dementia, schizophrenia, or any other number of hallucinogenic disorders, and could believe that his father told him Chloe was their next target. This is a fairly floppy explanation, but a possibility nonetheless. Secondly, in an effort to make his father proud, to proverbially enter step by step as did his father, he decided to enact his own copycat event, much to the disdain of his father and Mr. Jefferson. Third, and perhaps most baseless of all, Nathan knew he wouldn't be able to just speak with Chloe, because she already suspected him in Rachel's disappearance. So he drugged her and brought her to his dorm just to try and reach out for help. For those of you saying that he just wanted to rape her, I want to remind you of 2 things. First of all, Nathan has a fetish for BDSM. I want to clear up that that's not even that weird. 60% of the population has tried light bondage, and 40% actively practice it. That aside, look at this photo of Chloe. If Nathan had wanted to rape her, would he have left her fully clothed long enough to snap a picture? Furthermore, since we know he has no problem with it, wouldn't he have tied her up? Maybe Nathan suffers from a severe case of poor forethought, but I find that very unlikely from a person who has successfully kidnapped several women. After that, it's a simple case of waiting for the inevitable. Chloe escapes, they have a confrontation in the girls' washroom. In fear of being exposed to his father as a failure, he pulls a gun on her and his muscle spasms make him pull the trigger. After that, he notices Max is another potential witness, flips out at her, jumpstarts the conflict between him and Warren, and cements himself as the unredeemable character. Here's the Tilder version for those of you who zoned out. Nathan shot Chloe because he probably has involuntary muscle spasms. He drugged Chloe in the first place because he was trying to help, or because he thought his father wanted him to, one way or the other. He drugged Kate because he was blackmailed into it by Mark Jefferson and his father. He freaked out on Max because he saw her as a potential witness and was afraid of what might happen if his father had heard what he'd done. His jacket is in the dark room because he left it there. There's a theory going around that Jefferson killed him after he became a liability, so maybe Jefferson left it there. He was posing for photos with Rachel because he was being blackmailed by his father, Mr. Jefferson, and because perhaps Mr. Jefferson and his father wanted this against him should they ever come under fire. So, is Nathan a bad person? Probably not. Do I think he's a bad person? No. I think he's a person that could be good or bad, and he's made a series of bad decisions in a series of bad circumstances, just like it's possible for the player to do. As a closing point, I wouldn't be surprised if he turns out to be the one saving Max. Think about it. He has access to the dark room. He resents his father, Mr. Jefferson, and he's starting to realize that he won't be good enough for their expectations. See you all in the next one. I kind of hope he does. But with the BDSM, the unloving father, the poor mental health, and the bad grades, he's kind of quickly becoming a very relatable character. I really hope I've already
Shit,
cut the
man.
end card.
This really hurts.
And I really hope Nathan gets his redemption. If I'm right, he totally deserves it. I'm okay if he dies tragically, but he needs to redeem himself first. How long has this been going on?
I think my face is broken.